It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Hello, all, and welcome to The B Show. I am your host, Deborah Voltaire-Coulange, and today is B-Day. Some of you, it's Thursday. It's like always last minute, you know. To some of you, it's Thursday, but to me, it's B-Day. And it's also Law and Order Day. Let's see what's popping in this week so we could discuss what happened to me this week. Oh my God, breaking news. So I went and got the vaccine, and it literally put me on my bootay. It knocked me the hell out. Every symptom possible I had, and I am certain that if I really had like the full Rona, I wouldn't have made it, y'all, because whoa, when I tell you the symptoms that I had, it was so scary. I joked around and said like, hey, Jesus came knocking on my door, and he came full blown, but like, bo, 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 bo. And I was not ready, but I'm so thankful that I'm here today. And I made it. And I'm not looking forward to dose number 2, but this is something that I know that I had to do in order to have a good summer and to protect my family and my friends. And, you know, so many people in my family had to go through Corona, and thankfully most of them, like literally most of them made it. Others didn't, but that was a big reason for me and my family why we decided we had to do it. But if you decide to get the vaccine, be prepared. This vaccine ain't for the weak, yo. It is not. Let's see what else is going on. I know there's a big thing that's going on right now, but I personally would like to, I don't want to say this in a selfish way, like I'm not taking a break from Black Lives Matter, because obviously it does, but it's giving me a PTSD, yo, because this is literally around the same time that everything with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor started happening, and numerous people after, like, and you know, some of the things that I see now is like, we can't even go for a walk, we can't go for a run, we can't have an air freshener, we can't have anything. And I definitely would like to discuss this in a larger scheme with more of my peers. But for right now, I don't know what to say because it's just nonstop. And why is my guy shaking in the background? I just don't understand. Well, what's this is live. This is not the sports hit list where you guys could do what you want. Okay? This is the B Show. Yeah, it was just so like just something I need a moment. And I want to gather my thoughts, and I want to make sure I have like a smart team here. And I also want to make sure that I got all my ducks and my feelings in a row before I talk to y'all. But for today on the B Show, we are going to have, okay, I'm not going to lie. Okay, first we're going to do sports talk with Kenny Irby. And for many of you who do not know, Kenny Irby and Carl Coulange and I had a little radio show. He is my cousin, and if you follow me on Instagram, I literally posted like about 2-3 weeks ago, I think tops, that he is the male version of me. I believe in my hearts of hearts. I don't know if that's the cancer in us, but you know, that's him. And then coming up next, like in a couple of seconds, is going to be a wellness coach. I noticed that when we had my trainer, Laurent, that everyone really loved that episode. And that was great to help us for the new year. And for some of you who have not reached the goal that you want to have reached by now, I feel that, you know what, let's bring in a wellness coach. And her name is Barbara Blaze. And long story short, I actually went to elementary school with her. If you guys didn't know, I went to Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying, you know. Just followed her and the road that she's on, which is amazing. She's very, very She follows Beyonce, like Beyonce hours, because I don't understand how she's the mother of the most gorgeous little boy who looks just like her. Fiance, she got her business. She's a nurse, and she's doing it all. And she's Black, fabulous, Haitian, and she follows Beyonce's hours. So I'm going to have her on the show. I'm going to introduce her in 2.2 seconds, and I'm not even going to lie to you. A lot of people I don't get nervous for. A lot of people, like, don't face me, but I don't know, for some reason. And everyone on my show today are Cancer. So, like, stand up. Stand up. All right, so let's get ready to meet Barbara Blaze. Hello there. Welcome to the B Show.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great. I was like looking at everything on Facebook, so it caught me off guard.
No, so I was just saying to everyone before we begin that out of like all my guests that I usually have, I'm usually like, I don't know, like I don't really care. No, let me not say that. I care for everyone that comes, but I'm like so used to people and everywhere we're going to talk about. And I don't know, for some reason, you're like, you got me on my toes. So if I start stuttering or something.
Stop it. I'm actually the nervous one. So,
don't be.
You make it look effortless. So,
I have talent. So
have some, shoes to fill there.
Oh, no way. And I was just telling them that you follow Beyonce's. That you got 24 hours in the day. You got to make it happen because you do so much. And we'll get to that. But for everyone who doesn't know, please introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Barbara. I am a full-time registered nurse, a mom, fairly new mom. My son is going to be 2 on Monday, actually. So it's been a very busy week with planning his birthday. I'm also a part-time wellness coach online, and I'm a fiance, and that's the gist of it. But I definitely do a lot, and I really enjoy everything that I do, honestly. Everything that I do, is like one big role of what my purpose is here. So, it may seem like a lot, but it's really not a lot because it's the reason why I'm here.
And they say if you do what you love, it's not really working, right?
Exactly.
Well, you said that you were a wellness coach. And for people like me who may not know exactly what that entails, would you mind just telling us?
So when I say wellness coach, if you kind of just break down the term, it has nothing to do with certification. It has nothing to do with expertise or anything of that nature. It has everything to do with just my experience with health and fitness, just with my personal journey and kind of taking on the business opportunity and just helping other people because I realized that other people needed my help, right? And that's really where the term came from. I didn't want to use the term Herbalife distributor because I personally don't feel that I am a distributor. I am a coach. And a person who's a distributor, to me, is just a person who basically distributes products, distributes items, right? And I do more than that. So that's why I give myself the term a wellness coach because if you break down the terminology, wellness is basically, actively pursuing your health goals, your fitness goals, and coaching is someone who teaches and instructs. So, in breaking down the terminology, that's the reason why I call myself that. And I'm confident in calling myself that because I'm also a registered nurse. And the 2 and 2 go together. So
yeah, that was going to be my follow-up question. So you being a nurse, how did that help you decide, like, what are some things that a lot of people may not know about wellness? Because wellness is a big umbrella.
So one of the main reasons that I am confident is because I'm an ER nurse. So in ER nurse, I have seen it all. I have 13 years of experience and I see, what health does to us, from a young age, to an older age. Like, their disease has no discrimination and it always starts with us. So with seeing things within the hospital setting, I also realized that I really wasn't, taking care of myself. A lot of nurses, a lot of caretakers, we take care of everyone else, but we don't take care of ourselves.
Yes, my mom's a nurse, and that's the number one thing I say. You take care of everyone else but yourself.
Exactly. So in seeing what I see at work and then realizing that I wasn't leading by example, I took on my own wellness journey. And that's really what brought us into, me being a wellness coach.
And you said that you work in the ER. I had to backtrack because I'm obsessed with Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, geez, here we go.
And I believe after I'm rewatching it all, and I'm on season 12, and I think that I was an intern, but I do believe now I am a resident.
You do. You feel that way.
Yes, I know about the scallops, that's food, to slice. Well, all right, maybe I need to learn a little bit more. I'm first year resident.
Yeah, you definitely sound good.
But watching that show, there's a lot of trauma that happens in that room, man. And I know we're talking about wellness, but that's something that being an ER, you have to be fit because you never know where you're going to be needed or what area. And like you said, seeing all those other people have to be sometimes traumatizing.
Definitely. And again, here we are with how you are able to decompress those feelings and emotions. Like fitness is my outlet, like going to the gym and releasing those endorphins and making myself feel good and, giving myself a mental break. Like you need that outlet. So definitely, it all just, comes back together in making sure that you're taking care of yourself in order to take care of other people, because you literally take on everybody else's problems. And I also, it's funny that you bring that up. Here we are again. I work at a level 1 trauma facility. So I've definitely.
Just like Grace.
Yeah, definitely. So I've definitely seen a lot, but I'm truly, truly grateful to, have the opportunity to, use my wellness journey to decompress and to, especially, last year during COVID around this time, I remember that. And, that was a reminder of like, you know what, I really need to get back to that, because, we're human, we fall off. So definitely, it was a great distraction during that time.
Well, I know how hard dieting is and the dedication, but what made you say, like, not only are you going to do this, and look into, we'll get into like what you helped you get so focused, but like, what made you say like, all right, I'm going to actually put this all online and then get a group of girls or men to join with me? Because first, to be honest with yourself is hard. Then to decide, all right, I'm going to showcase my weight loss and dedication. And now I'm going to bring people for the ride. Like, what made you decide to do that?
So, honestly, that was never the intention from the beginning, but it just kind of happened. So, I guess, when we get into more detail of, the background story, it'll all kind of make sense. But the person who started helping me and mentoring me, people were noticing my results. That's exactly what it was. So people at work, my friends, and they were just like, oh my God, like, you look great, you're losing weight. We pay attention to our friends, we pay attention to our coworkers. So in me getting that acknowledgement and, telling people, well, this is what I've been doing. If you need the help, reach out to this person. That person turned around and gave me the opportunity to be like, there is a business opportunity within this, and you can also help other people. And at the time, I was, working a lot of overtime at work, and I really was actually looking for something. So it kind of fell in my lap at the perfect time. Working 3 12-hour shifts a week is already hard. So imagine adding another fourth day or fifth day, that can be extremely draining. So, having the opportunity to create more income to help other people, it's within alignment of, what I already do on a daily basis. It was just a no-brainer to me. So that's where it came about. And, when you kind of have to put yourself out there in that sense, if you want to help more people, especially with social media. So that was really what motivated me to do so.
Okay. So I follow you. So I know like the beginning of your journey and where you are now. How hard was it in the beginning though?
So in the beginning, it was extremely hard. And I always tell my clients, look, the short-term goal is, to lose the weight, right? But the long-term goal is to learn.
Keep it off.
Exactly. Is to learn how to keep it off so that you are not dieting forever. I enjoy foods that I love in moderation. My biggest issue was number one, I was an emotional eater. So a lot of my emotional eating would come from the stress at work. There was a correlation between work and my health. And that just didn't sit right with me, you know? So being such an emotional eater, I was just like, all right, I need to take control of this. Having a bad day, there are a lot of bad days. Right, you know, I can't eat bad every time I have a bad day. So that was definitely, you know, hard with like building the discipline and creating new habits. I love carbs. So I was having carbs with every single meal. And not to say that carbs are bad, because we have our simple carbs and we have our complex carbs, but I was definitely not having the complex carbs.
Yeah.
So, you know, that definitely takes a toll on your energy. It takes a toll on your, you know, your waistline. It takes a toll on everything. So, you know, those were probably the two hardest things for me in the beginning. And again, with everything, you know, it just becomes a habit. And, you know, building that day by day, you know, just letting it go little by little, you know, giving yourself grace, giving yourself time, giving yourself patience to, you know, you may mess up, but it's not every single day. And you're just building that discipline over time.
Yeah. I always say dedication and discipline.
It's
hard. It's so hard. So what made you go to like Herbalife? Like, I think I tried almost everything in the book, but I see that Herbalife works great for you. What made you decide to go to them?
So Herbalife actually found me. Honestly, I really wasn't looking. And honestly,
excuse us, okay?
And even before, I've never even heard of Herbalife. So it was like my first time even hearing about it. You know, I've seen Weight Watchers and other dieting companies, and I never really thought to try them. I've always been a person who worked out in the gym. So this is what happened. I was working out in the gym. I really wasn't getting the results that I was looking for. And, you know, I had just turned 30 and I was just like, all right, things are like not sitting well with me. I'm more tired. I don't feel confident. I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah. And as a woman, that's like the number one thing. We need to feel confident.
Exactly. You know, so like I'm going out with my girlfriends and like, you know, I'm shying away. I don't like how I look. I don't like how I feel. And I didn't like that feeling. So there's this young lady that I follow her on Instagram for a very long time. And at this time, Snapchat was big. So she was running a fitness challenge. And, you know, I felt, you know, with Snapchat, you were able to message people individually. So it felt like it was like a one-on-one kind of thing. And she was just like, yeah, I have a 30-day challenge if anyone's interested in joining. And then I reached out to her. And in doing so, she said that it involves using Herbalife, which I had never heard. And I was just like, okay, you know, what does it entail? I received a meal plan and I used their products, and it really just worked for me. Like within those 30 days, I was shocked because I was just like, I've been literally killing myself in the gym, you know, going hard. And I've never seen these results happen this quickly before.
Wow.
And, you know, it's not just the products, it's really all nutrition. So, you know, along with the products, you know, I received a detailed meal plan. So I really started to learn how to eat. You know, and that was the biggest thing for me, is learning how to eat. And that's why I always encompass coaching, because I actually teach my clients how to eat. That is a big problem within our society as well. And I see all the time with like diabetes and people coming into the ER not being able to control their sugar levels. You know, there are a lot of disease processes that flare up or can be fixed with just proper nutrition. You know, we don't necessarily need medication. So nutrition is definitely a big factor.
Now, I also feel like because of COVID, so many people need more trainers, wellness coach, nutritionists. Would you agree? Like you would say maybe because of COVID, a lot more people reached out to you?
Definitely. The COVID-15, the COVID-20, even myself, because I definitely got caught up with when they were sending us donations to work. So, you know, we were just eating so much, high stress, you know, stress levels. So, you know, I definitely got caught up and gained like a good 10. I didn't get the COVID-15, but I definitely got the COVID-10. And then again, I started to feel it. I started feeling more tired. I started feeling sluggish. My scrubs, my scrubs always tell me whether I'm, on the right side,
Yeah.
On the other side. So definitely during this time, I've seen the need for it increase a lot more.
And also, I keep going back to, because I follow you, but I'm sorry, people, I do. And you brought your sister along for this ride. And first of all, you are living the Haitian dream. I'm not sure what your brother does, but you got a nurse and a lawyer, both women. Your parents are like, this is it.
You're definitely right. My brother is in IT, so
okay.
So yeah, exactly. So my sister actually joined when she was in college. So it's been a little while. She, put on all the weight in college.
College weight, yeah.
Exactly, that college weight. And she was, wrapping up her, I think she was like getting ready to start actual law school. So she was just like, I don't know what's going on. Like I don't know when all this happened and I don't like it. So she got started and she really just loved how she started to feel energy wise.
That's the number one thing. Yeah,
exactly. And it just goes back to like how you are just able to operate like on a day-to-day basis. Like, you're able to function more properly. Your focus is better. Your attention is better.
Yeah.
So, that's really how she got started, and she's been along for the ride ever since.
And how great is it that you have, like, you have your friends that do it with you, but to be able to like actually have your family member who, knows you, where you can like be honest with yourself with each other. So
she holds me accountable. We hold each other accountable. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like, now I'm in a stage where I feel like she's the big sister, right? Because, we've taken on something else and she was actually, the motivation behind it. So,
that's cool.
It's really been great. In the beginning, it was a slow start, but it's always no pressure. People are going to come when they're ready. And that's exactly how I am. I'm here when you're ready. I'm here when you're ready to get started and when you need me.
And you said about your sister's accountability partner.
Yes.
That to me is like the biggest thing. You need someone to push you, and you also need to, when you push someone, you want them to push you back. It's like a two-way street. Like, definitely. Not to call out my group, but I had a group and I was the only one. And I'm like, how am I bigger than you guys? And I'm the one losing the weight. I'm the one doing all the work. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, it just becomes draining because you're helping everyone else, but no one's like, like, what's your weigh-in, girl? What you eat today? Right. You need that to like, I don't know, like to feed off of each other.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, and would you say that's probably like one of the things you love about being a wellness coach?
Definitely. It's definitely a two-way street. And I also feel like that is another reason why people are successful when they do the plan. I'll definitely say that because the energy that I received when I first started, she held me accountable. She checked on me that first week and I was shocked. She checked that first day, how's it going? And I was just like, oh, I thought you was just, just going to
yeah, like, calm down, girl. Yeah.
Right. So, I was taken away by that. And knowing how that made me feel, I always make sure I give my clients that same energy because it really makes that much of a difference. It makes a difference to where they're going to keep going or if they're going to stop. So I definitely think accountability is extremely, extremely important. And that's one of the things I pride myself in with my clients.
One thing that you do that I didn't just start doing, I started doing like mostly in COVID, but I see that you take a lot of vitamins, not supplements. And what are some good ones that you think that everyone should take, man or female?
So, what people don't understand with supplements is that they fill in the gaps, right? Because we don't get everything that we need through our food. So I feel like supplements are definitely important. I think we have a little visitor here.
Hi, Mason.
I think that supplements are definitely...
It's like, I want to be on TV too.
Are definitely important.
Barbara's twin. Hi.
Say hello.
He's so cute.
I really didn't want this to happen, but here we are.
How are you?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Can you go play with your iPad? Where's your iPad? Go get it. Go get your iPad. I would say one of my favorite Herbalife supplements would be Prolessa. And that is because it is a fat burner and it's an appetite suppressant. So my biggest issue when I was losing weight was, my midsection. A lot of my weight sat in my midsection. So I really felt like it helped me to get rid of, a lot of the fat that was sitting there. What I love about it is that it is stimulant free and it's also an appetite suppressant. When it comes to supplements, obviously you always want to make sure if you are taking any medications, you have a conversation with your doctor so they don't interact. But taking a multivitamin once a day, it can do wonders because you are not going to get all the vitamins and nutrients that you need through your food. So filling in the gaps with just a multivitamin is great. And it all depends on the person because some people need more supplements than others. Like, as you get older, you may need more calcium. And also whatever phase you are within your life. Like when I was pregnant, I definitely, when we're pregnant, we need more because not only are we, fueling ourselves, but we're growing a human.
Right.
So, during that time, we're taking prenatal vitamins. So I learned so much when I was pregnant as far as like, different, making sure you're taking different vitamins, not necessarily for yourself, but for the growth of the baby.
And when you gave birth, you had to.
Yeah. And even after, because, one second, Mason. Did not want
to. Like you're talking about me.
Afterwards, it's definitely important, especially if you're breastfeeding, because we lose a lot of our nutrients to our children and then, we're not replacing them. So, just having that knowledge is extremely, extremely important.
And also with you being a wellness coach and having a little toddler, it also helped you, right? Because I feel that this is what most people feel. If you're overweight, your child may be overweight, which is not true. But if you don't learn the correct food to give yourself, how are you going to be able to know to give your child?
Definitely. As far as making, healthier decisions for your children, and it's so crazy how early on you can mold your child. It's so easy in the beginning because once you start introducing them to things like, for example, I eat a green apple every day. And that started, because that was part of my plan and my body just got used to it. And with the green apple, it has a lot of fiber and it has less sugar. Mason loves green apples. Whenever I'm eating a green apple, he wants to eat a green apple. So, they are watching you. They are watching everything that you do, and the choices that you make when it comes to food is extremely, extremely important from now, in order to make sure that you are, bringing in a healthy child, especially nowadays, like childhood obesity and juvenile diabetes.
Yeah,
I see a lot of children even coming into the ER, unfortunately, who are, have high blood sugar levels, before preteens, so, and it has everything to do with what's in our foods, unfortunately. So, taking on that responsibility as a parent is extremely important.
I'm sorry. The fan is on and I'm terrified it's about to fall on my head. And then it'll be on TV, like live, and everyone's gonna be like, yo, you saw the fan fall on my head, yo? So here's my crew, guys. Please turn it off. Thanks. Scared me. I watched too many Final Destinations for me. Not today. The vaccine almost took me out. I'm not trying to have the fan take me out.
No way.
Oh my God, that was the worst experience of my life.
Really?
Like, you're not going to be ready for motherhood. I'm like, I don't think so.
Seriously.
I do not think I'll be able to push a child out. That was the worst 3 hours of my life.
My God, no way.
I don't know if you got it, but be careful. I don't know. Someone got to stay with your baby and your man for at least a week. It was horrible.
No, I think you're being dramatic.
It was so bad that Carl was like, do we got to go to the emergency room? And I'm like, and what am I going to say? I got the vaccine. Like,
Right. Oh, trust me, people are coming in with, so it would not
and
be.
you guys are like waited out at home.
Right.
Yeah. See, thank you. I know. So another thing that I wanted to say was big thing is like I used to do Tone It Up. I have to go back on it. I've been put on bed leave from my doctor because I have a tear cartilage. So I haven't been able to work out or anything. And everyone's like, well, you can still eat good.
Definitely.
And so I fell off a little bit, but Monday I'm going back.
Okay.
And you say all the time, and so did my trainer, it's 80% nutrition and 20% working out.
Definitely.
Now, what do you recommend, like a certain calorie limit?
Honestly, and that's another thing, like we're not about counting calories. It's really just you're having your protein, your vegetables, and your carbs. Like we're literally eating.
Yeah.
We're just removing, again, those simplex carbs, and we're introducing complex carbs. We're getting rid of the fatty proteins, getting rid of the beef, getting rid of the pork, having chicken, having turkey, having shrimp, having salmon. So it's not like a lot of times when people come in, they're just like, oh my God, okay. And then they're like, wait, honestly, this isn't really that bad.
Right.
So it's just all about really just getting started. It's not meant for you to deprive yourself because nobody, diets every single day, and that's why like, people make fun of me and I'm just like, I actually get to eat whatever it is that I want, but I just eat what I want in moderation.
Yes.
And that's really what it's about.
Yeah.
In the beginning, to get to your goal, to build the discipline, to create habits, that's what you do. And then once you start getting there, you start seeing the results, you're going to go harder. And then you're going to want to be like, all right, that's how the discipline starts to build. The discipline gets stronger.
You gotta go back.
And then then you start realizing, all right, I've done without white rice for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Now. I'm good.
That's true. That's true. Because I don't eat white rice at all.
Yeah. Right. And look at you. Did you die? No. But I'm pretty sure in the beginning, you're just like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And then you realize, okay, I did it. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And now like, I really don't.
Mind over matter.
Exactly. Yeah. And honestly, it's all a mental. It's all
100.
A mental challenge. That's all it is. It's not physical. It's all mental.
And I think for a lot of people as well, it's fear. To like when you fall off the wagon, to get back on. That's a big, like, how am I going to do this again? I don't have the energy. I just don't know. You just have to it's like riding a bike. You're going to fall and get back up.
Get back on. And I tell my clients that all the time, whenever, and you just hit the reset button. That's it. Yeah. The reset button. You just get back on and get started.
Oof. What's harder, being a wellness coach or being a mother? Because both ways, you still got to hold people accountable,
So I will definitely say with being a wellness coach and holding people accountable is harder because Mason doesn't know right from wrong now, right? I'm the one who's telling him this is right, this is wrong, and then he learns from that. But as a grown adult, if, we have a conversation and I'm telling you this is what it is, and, you feel like, oh, I can't do this, you complain and it's just like, that is what I don't like. Mm-hmm. Or you expect me to hold you accountable, but you're not even holding yourself accountable.
Yeah, that's like I said about the group. It's annoying. Yeah.
Exactly. It's a two-way street.
And people who are like, I want to lose the weight. And you're like, well, girl, why you at McDonald's?
Exactly. That's like, recently one of my clients was just like, yeah, it's Sunday. On Sunday, this is what we eat. And I was just like, not right now.
Yeah.
Right now. Like,
you have a goal. Yeah.
Have to do with anything. So then it's like, it contradicts what it is that you say you want. And then my energy comes comes down a little bit because it's just like, I'm not going to drain myself out to make sure you reach your goal when you aren't giving it 100%.
Yeah. What do you think is better? Like The Rock, he believes I don't if you follow him, he believes like you could strict Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday is your cheat day. Do you think that works? Or like tone it up, says like have a cheat meal, or like limit, like have a day where you could drink 2 or 3 drinks. It all should be in moderation. It's not like, oh, today's sad, like you said, oh, today I had a great day, let me get a glass of wine, or me and my boyfriend just got into an argument, I need a glass of wine. What do you think works best? The be strict throughout the week?
I personally think that if you go a whole week and then on Sunday you eat really bad, then everything you did for the week is null and void.
What's the point?
Because you'll step on that scale on Monday and it will definitely make a difference, So I would say, maybe if it's just an item, right? Yeah. Like, maybe not a whole cheat day. You get what I'm saying? Or if like some of my clients, like what they'll do, they'll be like, you know what? I know I have plans for this day in the month.
Right.
I'm gonna make sure that I'm going to go hard so that when I go out, I can enjoy myself and not feel guilty.
Yeah.
And it's not about like the entire meal being bad. It may just be like a healthy meal and I'm going to have drinks. Or I'm going to splurge on, some carbs or something like that. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's just in moderation, honestly.
Right. And last one, do you know about that fasting where some people just don't eat for like 12 hours? Like if you stop at 8, so that means you don't eat till 8 a.m. Or if you finish at if you finish at 11 p.m., you don't eat again till 11 a.m. What do you think about that one?
So I'm a person who likes to eat, so I can't see myself doing
that. I guess one thing, if I say I'm not hungry, like you ain't gonna tell me I can't be hungry.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Like putting a time limit, like where you're gonna go 12 hours without eating, or you could just have coffee. And I feel like what will happen to me personally, once that time is up, I'm gonna want to binge.
Going ham, yeah.
Right. You get what I'm saying? So then I feel like at that point it defeats the purpose. So I prefer, which is what we do, is we eat frequently. Small frequent meals throughout the day, which is why I love the shakes, because the shakes are so convenient. They're a full meal replacement. They're not a protein shake. They're literally a full meal replacement.
I love a protein shake. It's just so easy.
It's just so convenient in that sense. So, but I'm not saying that. I actually have clients who do intermittent fasting with the Herbalife products and following the plan. So at the end of the day, it's what you feel
works best for you.
Works for you.
Totally got it. So usually with every guest that I have like a little pop-up question that you gotta take like 2 seconds to think of. If you could be a wellness coach for any celebrity, who would it be and why?
Oh my God, that caught me off guard. Oh my God, I really don't know.
1, 2.
Wait.
3.
I don't know.
Think of anyone.
What am I watching right now? Like, probably like, maybe the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know, I just love how bossy they are. They're definitely motivating. They're inspiring.
I would say Candy if you had to choose anyone, because she loves to eat, and she has like all these restaurants.
She would definitely put me on game. So I would be there to learn from her as well. Definitely, because she's definitely boss. You caught me off guard with that one.
That's the plan. Everyone always goes like, "What?"
Right, exactly. I'm like, my mind went blank.
If I could, I wouldn't be a coach because they would be like, "Girl, bye." But if I could, I would like to be with The Rock. Because I would just learn so much from him as well.
Definitely.
His body is popping, even though there's like people think he's on steroids or whatever. But he's very dedicated, like what I said. But his cheat meals are like insane.
Really?
You have to see it. One day it was like Pancake Sunday, and it was like 12 pancake stacks.
Oh my God.
With like a milkshake and some Reese's Pieces, and he's like, "This is my Sunday."
Oh my goodness!
But then on Monday he had like 2 boiled eggs, and
exactly. And I was gonna say he can afford to do that because he knows he's gonna get right back into it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I would love to thank you so much for being. It wasn't that scary, right? For either one of us.
Not at all.
And I just want to say the last fun memory I have with you. Are you ready?
Oh,
because we went to St. Rose, which I was like, I can't believe it shut down. I don't know why I have this always in my head. We were filming in your house, and I don't remember what grade it was. Do you remember?
Yes, dances. Oh my
yes, and we had to film something. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and we and you were like, if you guys can't get it right, this is so easy.
It was a talent show that we were doing, and we were doing a dance. Oh my God. I have so many vivid memories of St. Rose. And
yeah, me too.
We're definitely a part of so many of them. Like, no, seriously.
Yeah, but that's my last like vivid memory of me and you. We were like, it's so simple. And they were like, calm, like this is supposed to be fun, and we're like, no. And I think the song was to Mariah Carey, "Always Be My Baby," if I can remember.
I'm literally.
You can never remember? Yeah.
Remember.
Yeah, we were like, should do.
Yeah.
And we were like, this is just not gonna work.
Right.
Yes, that's my last memory. That, and of course, when I moved to Long Island, I would have my girlfriends and my cousins, and I would be like, we're gonna dance when we go to parties and to this song if it comes up, and we would practice in the basement.
Oh my God.
So I've been like that my whole life. Even when I went to college, I did it with my roommates.
That's so sweet.
So like when Usher came out, yeah, we were like in the club like 1, 2, 3. So you started something in Brooklyn, and I kept it my whole life.
Wow.
Yeah.
After all these years,
yes. Well, thank you. Like I said, thank you so much for being on my show. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope whoever's watching this, you now know a little bit more about what a wellness coach is, like me. And feel free to contact Barbara if you would like to know more about Herbalife, or if you'd like to know more about wellness. Or if you would like to be a resident like me at the Grace Sloan Memorial.
Definitely. Instagram @fit_nurse24.
And she is doing it. So give it up for the ladies.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye, Mason.
He's
like, I got what I need. I don't need y'all. Bye.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for coming.
Bye.
How was that? Did you learn a thing or two? I sure did. Because I definitely thought she was, just Herbalife. But it's so cool to know that that's just a part of her. And what she really does to help men and women. You should definitely check her out. You should definitely check her out on Instagram, like she said. And if you have any questions, please feel free to holler at her or me. So now it's time for our sports talk, and we have Mr. Irby, and we're gonna enter him in the show. This is like OG. Last week I had some other OGs, and now we got another OG. I hate green screens.
Not green screens, just to change the background in the live Zoom. You could do it too.
I don't like it.
All right, boss.
It's like a thing with sports hit lists.
See patron, okay? I change it, all right?
You guys all come in trying to pretend you on a beach, a desert, a tower.
I would change it.
Oh, God, you're morphing into one. And what beach are we on?
I don't know. I don't care. It was just there when I got on.
Well, at least pretend you had like a nice island. Where pick one.
It's an island. I am on a nice island. I'm pretending.
Which one? Is it like your own island?
Yeah. Go with that. Go with that one.
Mr. Epstein had his own island too. I'm just saying.
I'm angry.
Well, welcome to the B Show. I'm so thankful that you decided to come on my little show.
You're welcome.
I saw you were on Carl's show, and I was like, how dare you go back to that show?
Yeah, I think that every time you ask me.
And then you were with Anthony. Like, why would he even try to do that to you?
He wants the clicks, I guess, the views. I don't know. He wants me to say something so outrageous that he can just play it, all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just using you.
Yes, as true media people do.
Yeah, I agree. So, I don't know if you ever seen my show, which I'm pretty sure you haven't. We are going to do sports talk. It's like the sports hot topics of this week. If you don't know, I know everything and nothing about sports. So this is really your time to shine and let us know what you know. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Ask away. Shoot.
Okay.
Let me wow you in the brain.
The biggest thing, which I know that you love because I used to watch you play, is NFL.
Yes, I do love it.
for people who may not know, let them know what position you were in and how.
Well, when I was in college, I went to CW Post. Now it's Long Island University, and they basically killed CW Post, so it's no longer exists. It's just Long Island University. But when I was there, I was a strong safety. I played defense. I was there for 4 years, or 5, super senior, but whatever. We'll go into that another time. And so I did enjoy playing football. It was quite a lot of fun. I love basketball more. It's just I stopped growing, so it was like whatever.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Now it's funny that you played NFL. Football, right? NFL? No.
No.
That you played college football,
right?
And Carl and I always say like I just think football players are like of all the people to look at, like that's the better people. But he always says like those are the ones who get hurt the most. Did you ever have anyone on your team who were like literally so damaged, like concussions or stuff like that they couldn't play anymore?
Not on my team specifically, but I've known people that, they've been concussed one too many times and they stopped playing. Yeah.
Ooh,
and this is before concussions were a thing.
Right. And then didn't they do a movie about it? Like,
yes.
Will Smith?
Will Smith, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't win anything for that. Yeah. But all right. So let's go into NFL. Right. NFL teams will not report for voluntary off-season workouts due to the pandemic that we're still in. Mm-hmm. And they feel like last year they did great with virtual workouts. Do you believe that works?
Virtual workouts, no, but it's voluntary. I don't know. It kind of doesn't make sense because if the players don't want to come, they don't have to come, right? Because it's voluntary. Right. So not having something for them to come to is just like not having workouts. But so if I don't understand why they can't get vaccinated, like
correct, yeah.
It's like a $10 billion a year company. So just buy a bunch of vaccinations for. Like I understand you don't want to make it look bad because you don't want to make it seem like these football players are getting vaccinated before the regular people. But it is what it is. If they're eligible, if they're of the age group or whatever, and they're
they are now, right?
Right. Like in New York, you could be 20 something and get vaccinated.
So now it's 16.
Now that's what I'm saying. So you could be, but there's no 16-year-olds in the NFL. That's why I'm using 20s.
Oh, okay. But you never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
Actually, you do. It's collectively bargaining. You can't be. You have to be 3 years out of high school before you can go to NFL.
All right. Sorry. All right.
So if you get in your state, why not just get vaccinated? And then so you can have the voluntary workouts, and people who are vaccinated, if they feel comfortable, they can go to the workouts. And, and I think that's a simple way of doing it instead of just canceling the workouts.
Or they just have everyone tested.
Yeah, that's how they did it. Like you have them tested 2 weeks before they come. If everybody stays clean, you keep them in the bubble of the workout because the workouts aren't that long anyway. It's not like an NBA bubble where they're there for 4 months. They're in that bubble for like a week. Like voluntary workouts is like a week, I think, something like that. No more than a week and a half.
Well, I will say from what I know and what I hear, like the NBA team, they're more for like activists and protests, and NFL just say no. They just be like, nah, we ain't doing it. Like they didn't want to do the bubble, right?
The NFL couldn't. It's not feasible for the NFL to do a bubble in a sense of play games. Like if you just want to practice, yeah, that's okay because then you can keep the team together. But as far as keeping 60 some odd guys and then you're traveling you have to you can't have the whole team in one area. Like not the whole team, the whole league.
Yeah.
30 teams with 60 players each in one area, just playing football. Like that is just not enough. It'd be like 3,000 people. It's just not enough people. As far as the NBA is only a team of 12 people, and they only took a couple. And they left some teams home.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like the whole league.
And football couldn't just pick a group of people as well.
Well, the football when the NBA did it, they did it to complete their season, and then they have the playoffs.
Yeah,
the NFL still has to have a season. But they did fine during worse times in the pandemic. Like this past year,
we didn't really hear much about them getting testing positive.
No, a lot of people tested positive. They just worked through it. They just kept it moving. Next man up.
I think we heard more about baseball players than anyone.
Yeah, no, baseball they was getting ravaged because they whole teams. No, it wasn't that bad as baseball, but baseball they were breaking protocol. They were going to like strip clubs and doing
Yeah.
stuff in the middle. So
and also like the NFL, they kind of said in the beginning, like, oh, we don't care. We don't want to play anywhere. If it's going to be like separated from our families or put our family, like number one.
they gave people the option to not participate in the season and not be penalized.
Right.
So it was like they gave them like $100,000. It was like, all right, stay home.
Where NBA was like, you gonna bring your ass.
Yeah.
This damn boat.
They had contracts they had to finish out.
Yeah, you gonna bring your ass. This is not the NFL, okay? Don't play yourself.
Yeah, and plus the NFL, you got to get, if you don't play, you don't get paid. NBA, that is different.
Correct. I'm saying correct, like I know.
Right.
All right. Now breaking news for today is that the Nets player LaMarcus Aldridge has quit. Retired. Okay. And he's saying it's because of health reasons. I know that he was with the Nets. Is this going to be a big deal for the Nets?
I don't know about a big deal. I mean, it's a blow. It's a blow to the Nets. Because his skill set, but I don't think it's a big deal because he's not Harden, it's not Durant, it's not Kyrie. Those three are the most important players. If one of them goes down, then you got a problem. But as long as they can stay healthy, you can work around everybody else. And LaMarcus, he had LaMarcus had an irregular heartbeat.
Right.
I think it's something he's been dealing with his whole career, but I guess his last episode was the worst episode. And
I read that he said like he was just petrified.
Yeah.
And health comes first, right? He did everything he wanted to. He's been playing for a while.
Yeah, it's 15 years. He did all he could do. So, just congratulate him. If I was him, I would just be like, all right, let me just stay with the team in case you win a chip. I just won't play. I just sit on the bench.
Exactly. Just put me on the bench. But we don't know what was so bad that maybe they were like, no, we got to do like emergency surgery. Like he didn't go really deep.
I hope he didn't have emergency surgery.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
it
was just an episode, but I would just been like, all right, I'll just sit on the bench.
Yeah.
I'd be like a
call
coach.
me the last 2 minutes of the game if you need me. Tag me in, but if not, just let me sit here and do what I got to do.
I wouldn't even get dressed. I'd just be like a coach. I just want the ring. I don't really want to participate. I just want them, and plus the money too. Like I still want to get paid, and I still want to, a ring. And I was here, like mentally, like I helped out. I was here for you. I supported you. I support. Yo, do this that way. Turn this way. Shoot that shot. You're welcome.
Thank you. Win the playoffs. Good to go. Then go to the conference. But we'll get to that soon. All right. Do you believe that Stephen Curry is the best point guard in the NBA history?
I don't know who Stephen Curry is, but Stephen Curry.
Curry. Calm down. Stephen
Curry. I didn't say anything.
Urkel, whatever. High yellow, him.
No, I don't believe he's the best.
Really? Didn't he just go out with Draymond Green and they just got him like a $5,000 bottle to celebrate his latest accomplishment? And you think he's not the best?
Because he went out with one person to celebrate, that makes him the best?
Well, and his wife, because his wife wants to be.
Oh, his wife.
His wife thinks he's the best? His wife wants everyone to look at her.
Case closed. His wife thinks he's the best. He must be the best.
And doesn't LeBron want him to come over? So.
I mean, doesn't mean he's the best. LeBron was like everybody.
Not sure. LeBron is like the Suge Knight of NBA.
You want to come play with me? I'm not going to dancing videos. You can shine just rings.
So why don't you think Mr. Curry is the best?
Because the things that he does now that he hasn't done in the playoffs. He hasn't done in like the NFL, the NBA finals where it's like, oh, amazing. Like I want to see him hit 10 threes in the NBA finals.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Like he does great in the regular season and he's phenomenal. It's just if he could do that on his way to a championship, that'd be great.
So that's what it would take for you.
That's what it would take for me. It's just me. I'm just saying. That's
so who do you think is the best point guard that we have right now?
Right now? No, I thought you meant like the history of the NBA.
Well, it's a 2-point question. Let me do.
All right, so right now.
Okay. Right now, and 1A right now, 1B in history.
I think Curry's one of the best right now. I think him, Dame. But he's like Curry's on the tear right now. He's been averaging like 45 points. I just, for all time, I was talking about that. But right now, he's
okay. So who would you say of all time?
I don't know, I'll probably give it a Magic.
Really?
Yeah. Because, but now, not to get too technical, they have the quick essential, they have the traditional point guard, and they have the Stephen Curry, the scoring point guard. So now they're trying to differentiate the two because Steph Curry is not the traditional point guard where he's getting like 11 assists a game type of thing, like a John Stockton type of Jason Kidd type of guy.
Yeah.
Like he scores, he drops 40 on people like it's nothing. So
I know Jason Kidd. I know who that is. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh, look at you. See, you be paying attention.
Sometimes when it matters. Luka Doncic. Am I saying his name?
Doncic.
All right.
Doncic.
He is all over on the sports talk recently.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did he killed he's from Philly. Right? 76ers? No?
No. Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, no one cares about that team at all. Not really. They're like on the bottom of the thing for me. But I read that he killed it last night, so we got to give him his props. He's a young little tenderoni. He's not Tyler Hero, but we'll take what we can get.
He hit a lucky shot. It's all right.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Tyler Hero. He bought it for Miami last season. Yeah, I don't know for this season.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, I don't think he's killing it. It went to his head, so. I don't think Miami's going to make it, but we won't tell that to Carl because he'll be too happy. So, you're just saying that it was just a luck for him on the Dallas Mavericks?
Yeah, it was a lucky shot.
That's it.
He just tossed it up and it went in. I mean, it's great. I'd rather be lucky than,
Yeah. Now everyone's talking about you.
No, it was great. I mean, he's a great player, but that specific shot was a lucky shot. He was falling down, he threw it up, and then went in.
Give me your NBA playoff predictions.
Nets.
And who else?
Oh, the Nets. I say the Nets and Lakers.
Everyone says that.
All right, Knicks and Clippers.
That's a lie. I had only one person that believes it's going to be Clippers versus Nets.
Who's that? I think so. I think I can see that.
I can't find my notebook.
I think because Rondo's on the Clippers now. I believe in Rondo.
All right, that's one player.
Playoff Rondo is real thing. All you need is one player to spark the revolution.
That I just can't stand.
Listen, the 60s civil rights, the FBI targeted specific black people because it only took one person to start a revolution.
And what is
Rondo? Rondo is that specific black person to start the revolution in the Clippers locker room. They need his leadership, and then next thing you know, boom, championship.
That's a lie.
Because Kawhi's quiet, and PG is, he fades away.
Oh, I thought for a minute I thought you were going to say Paul Pierce. I'm like, he's definitely faded away.
He's just faded.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that. Did you think that he deserved to be fired, or maybe just suspension?
No, definitely fired.
Yeah, no questions.
Fired. Well, one, fire him because he's terrible. So I just needed the excuse to fire him.
Okay.
Two, he works for Disney. Like Disney doesn't even put out rated R movies. So you think they're gonna have one of their employees be having like strippers in the background and smoking blunts and whatnot? It's a little much for the company in which he works for, and and all that for 343. He
didn't even have a lot of people watching.
No.
I felt bad.
All that for 343? Come on, bro.
Yeah.
You deserve to get fired just for that. If he had like 500,000, I'd be like, all right, son, he's putting
you about to blow up. Yeah. But maybe he had called Usher and then Usher gave him his Usher dollars. That would have made something. Usually I go on a tangent just to bother Carl for the Celtics, but in NBA and NFL and NBL and NFL, oh, look at me name all the sports. It's a little slow. But there's only one person that's kind of in the news a lot, and that is Kevin Durant, KD. Yes, don't call him those initials, Cash Doll. Now we have him with a little problem that I saw that Shannon Sharp has blocked him on Twitter. Yes. And I feel like what the F is going on with Kevin Durant?
I think Katie is just a troll. Like he's like a Twitter troll. He is a Twitter troll. Like people think they're trolling him. He's trolling you. So he's just like always on the attack, but he calls people out. You don't care. So Shannon Sharp quoted him and went off on a tangent on his show about it. Katie let him know that was not a quote.
Yeah.
It was a lie. So, and instead of Sharp be like, my bad, I apologize and let it be known, he tries to fight back and it becomes a thing. And then Shannon ends up having to, block him because he's getting embarrassed by Katie.
Yeah.
He's not answering the questions.
But doesn't that happen a lot? Sometimes people put like a misquote or tell us something that didn't happen.
Yeah, but I think it's on the responsibility of a media person to know if it is an actual quote or if it is just somebody just saying
and if they're wrong to just be like, oh, my bad.
Right.
And
because if you got a TV show and you're getting on, he's like, oh, Katie said this and da.
Yeah,
and then Katie didn't say it, but now you quiet about what you said, so you're looking a little silly right now. So I think, he got called out, rightfully so.
Speaking of KD, do you think he'll get the MVP for this year?
What, like for the season or when they
get to the championships?
I think it'd be hard.
Really?
I think it'd be hard.
That dirty beard, man.
Because I think Harden, with everybody else, with Kyrie and Katie there, he won't have the same pressure that he's felt in the past. Mm-hmm. So he'll just kind of go off, and then he'll average like 35 points, 11 assists, and 12 rebounds and shit. Stuff like that. Can you curse on this? I don't know. I'm sorry.
We'll find out.
The FDA, the government to come after you. I have a question for you.
You're moving way too much, and then you disappeared in your screen.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I have a question for you. Since we're talking MLB, did you hear that A-Rod and J-Lo broke up? It's official.
Obviously. Speaking of A-Rod, we'll get to that. Hold on, because I was going to say something and then that was going to be. So some new young comer, I don't even know who he is. Anthony Edwards said he has no idea who A-Rod is. And when I read this, I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm an A-Rod fan. Like Yankees, like just look up A-Rod. Yankees, Cameron Diaz, steroids, J-Lo, Presidente.
He's a country boy.
And he's about to like buy what? Isn't he like trying to buy a team right now as well?
That team, the team that kid plays on.
Oh, and that's why he's like, I don't know who he is. Well, you're about to know when he signed your motherfucking Jets.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So that got me upset. And then that's why I'm like, if you don't know who he is at all, you have to know who J-Lo is because they were together.
I feel like sometimes they say these things because they know it will get media attention.
Yeah.
So it'll bring more attention to them. So now more people know.
But now you just look stupid. Everyone in history knows who A-Rod is.
Dog, Kyrie once said he believes the world is flat. Like people are not worried about looking stupid.
Yes, but I know J-Lo and A-Rod are not together. And one thing about J-Lo, honey, she don't want you. She ain't gonna keep you. Her love don't cost a thing. Okay, she told us. You do her wrong, there's no coming back. She didn't stay with Diddy when he was on trial. You think she was gonna stay with A-Rod for cheating or texting with what was a reality show from a show that no one really watches, Southern Charm? Like
J-Lo hasn't stayed with anybody. She hits it and quits it, yo. She's out. She has a good time and she bounces.
Yeah, my hope is that she gets back with Ben.
Like Mark Anthony tried to get her like 12 times.
112 times, and she
he has her, and then she's gone.
She was like, "Thanks for the kids, gotta go." She was with the dancer. I think like she broke up with him when he came out with like a transgender. That he like messed around with a transgender. She was like, "Gotta go next." But I think Ben Affleck was drinking a lot. She was like, this is not going to work for me. See ya. But rumor is that they're talking again. So
Ben Affleck and J-Lo?
And J-Lo. Breaking news.
He's going to go back to drinking. He can't keep up, bro. He can't keep up.
He said that the reason why they broke up was because people were so vicious to her. And meanwhile, he was the one who was like the problem.
No, I'm not. And you think that's going to get any better? She's
well, maybe he learned from his lessons and how to speak up for his girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't see it.
I mean, she's not going back to Diddy. That's never gonna happen.
No, I think Drake is going to take another pass at it to see what happens. But
No,
she'll just use him and abuse him too. And
I
then
don't
he's
think
out.
so. Drake messed up by like having a baby when he was like dating, I think Jayla or Rihanna, or like right in between.
No, I think then he dated J-Lo like right before she dated A-Rod. So it was like a quick thing. He already had the kid.
So I think he messed up with Rihanna by having the kid. Yeah.
But they're all cool. Her and A$AP Rocky were at his party the other day.
How you know?
I know things.
Oh shoot!
Look at you! Look at you! How don't you know?
I got excited. You gotta call me when you know this kind of stuff.
How you didn't know this?
I didn't know.
It's out in the streets, everybody.
I'm so busy trying to get my attendee by watching Grey's Anatomy. I am a resident right now, first year.
Why is everybody watching Grey's Anatomy?
Really? Tell these people to call me.
Dee was watching that all summer last year.
Oh.
She went through the whole. I feel like it's a COVID show. Like everybody just got hooked during COVID.
Yeah.
Everybody's watching.
When you're done watching it, you get a lab coat with your name engraved, and you are officially a doctor. So.
Listen, I get it all. I watched ER when I was younger.
No, this is different. This is a community. This is a family. We're dealing with more stuff, and it's stressful. Okay. Just letting you know. Well, my time here is up.
Okay.
And I appreciate you so much for coming to my show. I definitely would want you back so we can do some my what's poppin'. That's more entertainment side.
Okay.
I feel like me and you could do like a whole hour because we just know so much. Apparently, you may know a little bit.
You're just girls. The
you
stuff I know in here.
Know a little bit more than I do, which is rare.
Yeah.
Because I live in
I keep my ear to the streets. I keep my ears to the streets.
I don't have time for that because I'm in school for my my doctor. But I spend a lot of time on the gram.
Yes.
Finding
I also am a side real estate agent for Deborah Coulange. So I have a lot. I don't have that much time because I'm looking for houses for you that I'm trying to send to you that just was like, yo, I miss out. So I need to be on your show so you can tell me the stuff that I'm missing.
Oh, a
lot.
lot.
I'm looking for homes.
A lot.
Yes.
Because you're sending me houses that I don't know, like, who you think could afford them. And also...
I see, the thing is, I have to send you a wide range to see what's out there. So you have to understand what the kind of house you might want is going to cost versus what you're willing to spend and what you can get.
Right now, it looks like we're going to be in a shack for another, like, because we can't afford nothing. And anything we can't afford is too late.
Zhuzh that shack up, girl. Make it your own.
Well, we tried like the beginning of COVID like everyone else. And now we're like, all right, we got to do it again because didn't make that. After a year, you're like, this is the same shit that we just did, man. Ain't going nowhere.
I know.
Well, thank you again. I appreciate you, cousin.
It's an honor. It's an honor to be here.
Be you, do you, for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye.
Bye. That was my cousin, guys. I could talk to him forever. Just to let anyone know, if you ever come on the B show, please do not come with that screen. We are over our time, but I would like to just say one thing. It's really serious. And if you watched the Sports Hit List show yesterday, I apologize. If you would like to get your time back, please feel free to send me a text message and we will try. This is what happens when Carl Coulange does not let the creative director / producer / wife in on his topics. Yesterday's show was horrible. It was pitiful. I, Deborah Voltaire Coulange, will always give you the show that you need and you deserve. If you would like to be a guest on this show, we will talk about real things that matter, things that are fun, and things that inspire you. Feel free to be a guest on my show. I hope you enjoyed today's show, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, we're going to have a great, great guest, and Sports Talk is going to be with this really, really hot guy. So I hope you could tune in. Until then, like I always say, be you, do you, for you. Make sure you follow the Sports Hit List show and all of his shows underneath. And make sure you like, comment, and share the WW Worldwide Sports Network. We are working hard over here, people. And it'll be great if you can let other people see how we shine and how we grind, because we glowing and we growing. Take care of yourselves. Have a great week. Be kind to each other. Love each other. And most importantly, remember, Black Lives Matter. Thank you.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.